Welcome back to Heavy Rain.
This game is starting to lose its luster for me, although it's still a lot better than Beyond Two Souls.
Is Beyond Two Souls the worst game you've played, Jova?
No, that would be Final Fantasy 13.
Nah. Actually, Pedro, I still kind of find Beyond Two Souls a bit worse than Final Fantasy 13. Though I would to say Lightning may be a worse protagonist than Jodie Holmes.
Well,
I take it you mean it's worse than Final Fantasy 13 in terms of gameplay or something?
Definitely.
Yeah.
What
definitely.
gameplay?
I'm sorry, Scott.
What the?
Oh.
You should have listened to me, Mr. Shelby. I told you to drop the investigation.
Your son is a serial killer.
You have no evidence of that.
You are.
Turn him in.
Gordy has his faults, but he's still my son. You have
So?
no children, Mr. Shelby. You can't possibly understand.
You have no children. Your argument is invalid. Is
You
pretty
have
much
no
what you say.
children, which
Your
gives me every right to kill you right here.
For good.
How nice.
You
So
won't be allowed.
yeah, why not just have him arrested, guy? I mean, you could just arrest him for investigating.
Did he just throw his car in the lake?
Yep, he did.
Seriously? Seriously, dude?
Yes.
You're resorting to murder?
Well, yeah.
It's it's David Cage world, Joe, but logic has no
Wait,
place.
They're
Shouldn't-
creating
shouldn't-
games without
Wait,
guns and violence.
shouldn't
and,
the
what was
pressure-
that, David?
Hold on, Duez, what is it?
Shouldn't the pressure of being that deep kill him or something?
Yes, it should.
Get
Yeah.
your Debs. Remember, this is the same guy who in Beyond Two Souls had two people manage to swim from the bottom of the sea into Arctic waters straight into the surface without any hypothermia or anything.
Roberto Orsi
Even
and
though
Alex
that game was
Kurtzman have better logic than this.
I know.
Even though that game was completely mental, the insane Korean guy was totally worth it.
Yeah.
Like it's like this. It's like, for example, that line, "Go fuck yourself in the ass." That's it. It's because of those moments for me.
That kind of banter is like secondary school playground bullshit.
Yeah.
And yet somehow it's stuff like that that makes stuff so glorious at times.
It's so infantile, but it's what we remember.
Anyway.
Oh, so now
basically,
the
I can
water
either-
pressure actually gets into the car.
So basically, I can either choose to leave Lauren to die, or I can save her. So
Hey,
let's save her.
Pedro, a
No,
question.
Link's out. No.
We're gonna
Pedro.
die.
She's one of the few characters who actually does have some legitimacy to her. So come on.
Hey, Pedro, a
Her
question.
actress is terrible, so
Pedro,
I
a
can't buy
question. Can
it.
Scott actually die here?
Yeah, she can. Yeah, no. Scott cannot die in the game.
Ah.
Well, at least
Yeah,
at least until the ending. At least in the
Yeah,
ending,
no.
he can die.
Pedro,
Well,
Pedro,
what I
my-
meant is,
my
like, well, I mean,
problem
can he
is-
actually die in the
Hold
car
on.
there? Like, what happens if you don't,
on,
like,
that's-
get the prompts in time?
Scott gets out automatically, and Lauren dies.
Take up swimming again.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, great. More automatically. Oh, God.
It's
That
David
Beyond
Cage,
Two
Joe.
Soul
You should-
stuff.
So yeah, can I say it before I forget?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
So
sure.
that's my
Yeah.
problem. You say the character's more believable, but one problem I have with that is what makes a good character is both writing and acting.
Yeah.
If you miss out just one, I'm not gonna be able to get behind the character. I'm sorry.
Oh no, trust
can
me.
agree
Trust
with
me.
that.
I'm definitely behind you on that. Lauren's actress fucking sucks. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I think Pedro means, like, well, she's one of the more decent characters overall, and, like, well, you know, she's actually, not,
She at least has a decent backstory, and she doesn't come across as just well, whatever. Okay, everybody, are you speaking of logic? Are you guys ready to rape logic?
We've been doing that throughout this game.
Have we?
Right,
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
you know.
haven't we raped it enough? Like,
Well,
can we just leave
Pedro,
it
here's
alone?
Pedro, here's
is
my
David Cage,
response
you
to
are.
that.
What?
Go crash through a fence. That's
That was the sound of me throwing my headset against the end of the
that-
bed. What the?
Okay, so basically, his plan is to break into the mansion and shoot everybody. I'm not
Why?
even kidding. That's his plan.
For
I
revenge?
guess.
Wait a minute, he's just gonna go on a mass gun shooting.
So is this
Yes.
supposed to be our
Oh.
hint that he's the origami killer?
All right, so basically, I'm supposed to press all those QTEs to shoot them, but I'm gonna purposely fail the entire QTE. See,
And
he
he still
just got
shoots
shot
them.
in the face. He just got shot in the face, and yet he's fine.
So what happened? It's amazing. So even if you don't,
Die, or
so even
No,
if
I
you
can't
don't,
die.
so even if you
wait,
don't
I
press the,
die in this section.
oh my, he's getting
what is he
shot
talking-
everywhere. So you can't die here.
Is he like
No, I can't.
Montana and Scarface? He's all coked up so he can't be shot or killed. unless it's with the arm.
If I fail, if I succeeded at a QTE, I would have been able to confront Kramer. However, since I purposely failed at it, because I had to show the horribleness, the stupidity of it. It turns out if you get shot in the face, you'll be just fine. Don't worry about that.
Wow.
You know my problem with these loading screens. You know, the characters' heads. It just looks like someone put the character's head on a stick and just moved it around,
It's to show off see polygons.
like a balloon or something.
Hey Pedro, I have to
All right.
ask. Pedro, I have to ask. Since we're not going to see it, what is the meeting with Kramer like?
Basically, he threatens him and whatever, and asks him about some information about why are you whatever blah blah blah. But then turns out Gordy really wasn't the killer, so Scott just leaves, and then you get a choice. You can either he starts having a heart attack, and you can choose to either spare him by giving him his medicine, or you can just let him to die.
No one ever comes to see
Okay, I have one thing to say about Scott being the actual origami killer. Him being a private investigator, all this is kind of stupid. I mean, seriously, if he weren't an investigator on this, he wouldn't have Lauren in on this, possibly getting on his tail, and he wouldn't have had to deal with. Wait a minute. In fact, why should he even be surprised when he finds out that Gordy isn't the killer?
Trust me, Jova, you're way late to the party when it comes to that. Like the plot twist of Scott being the origami killer basically makes Scott's character make no sense whatsoever. Trust
Why?
me. Everybody's already talked about that.
True. I guess I didn't really have anything else to talk
The
about
pro-
at this point because
this-
nothing
this is-
else
this
is
is- this is the
happening in
thing.
this game.
This is the problem with David Cage. He doesn't actually take a few moments to think about what he's writing. He just writes, and he doesn't actually stop to maybe think whether or not things make sense or not.
Hello, Mrs. Sheppard.
Is it time for my pills already?
Yes, and now we're doing the amnesic old lady.
Pills. I don't know.
Or
Is this an
Alzheimer old
asylum?
lady, actually.
The other hospitals
Alzheimer.
are always
She has
on
Alzheimer, sorry.
time, But here,
Basically, this is Scott's mom.
Of course.
My name is Madison Page.
Basically,
and
Madison
she's
is here
still
to try to
helping
find...
Ethan.
I'd like to ask you some questions. about
Basically, she's trying to find out from her the name of the origami killer, aka John Sheppard's brother.
You know.
Yeah, she's amnesic. I'm sure she'll be a lot of help.
No, Joe, Alzheimer's. She has Alzheimer's.
Right. Alzheimer's.
your other son, Mrs. Sheppard.
That's different.
John's twin brother.
My bad.
What
Sorry,
was
I
his
mean,
name?
What other son? I have no other son. I
and
never
suddenly
had any
Cyclops
children.
appear. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I was thinking of a good game.
John, and John had a twin brother.
All right, Dibs. So while you were gone, basically,
Please
Madison
my
is visiting this old lady that has Alzheimer's because she's Scott's
Do you remember John?
mom.
My
Basically,
God.
she already knows that
He's a
the
good
Krillov's
old
brother
boy,
was
you
called
know.
John Sheppard. So she's trying to find out straight
Your
from the
son is in
mother
trouble, Mrs. Sheppard.
what's the name
He's
of
done
the
some
of the
terrible
brother,
things.
aka the origami killer.
I need to find him. Do you understand?
By the way,
Terrible
yes,
things
I
you're
purposely
telling
put
me.
Madison in
I
that
never
position
came
to make this
see you,
conversation
can you
awkward.
believe it? In 10 years, never.
Madison, you
No
might
one
want to
forgets
face
their
her
mother,
while you
do
talk
they?
to her. Just saying.
Also,
I'm surprised that David Cage
also-
made all of this one of the areas where you could actually move around
John's
freely.
twin brother was placed with
Also,
the foster
elderly
family
lady, your
after
accent's
the accident.
slipping.
Yeah.
What was the name of the foster family?
I asked them for a television, you know. They said I didn't
Oh,
have
Dwibs,
enough
I have to
money.
say, that accent slippage in Indigo Prophecy still takes the cake, though. A Chinese man
Yeah.
slips from Chinese accent to Boston accent to New York accent.
Do you remember?
Trying to be square.
Well, then
It was
again,
hilarious
not being
and
American, I
horrible
can't
at
really
the
tell the
same time.
difference in American
We didn't
accents.
have much
Trust me,
money at the
Dwaves, you would have been
time.
able to tell if you were
We could
there.
make do with very
No,
little.
the American
Trust me,
accents are
Dwebs. It's so
vastly different.
when he changes accent, it's so fucking blatant. Anybody could notice it.
Yeah, you don't even need to be me in New York or to figure that one
That
out.
could help the investigation.
Are you a new nurse? Where are my pills?
Where are my pills? It is time for murder, she
Wait,
wrote.
when did Trillo get here?
Who are you and where's my soup?
Trilo is
Trilo.
here to actually bring something of light to this. Yes, that's right.
But
Something
we
from
didn't
Turn
like
About Big
Trilo.
Top would bring light to this.
Are these your children, Mrs. Sheppard?
Basically, basically now our goal here is that we have to try to show her things that she responds to. Yeah, whenever she sees something that has something to do with her past, she instantly remembers something.
Because
So
that makes sense. Well, actually, yes, that does make sense for the most part. Jesus, I'm getting I'm getting so used to calling David Cage crazy that even even the
That's
stuff
his new
that he
name,
does
Crazy
with
Cage.
yes, I know.
Yeah.
It's getting to the point where even stuff that's actually legit comes instinctively as crazy in a David Cage game.
Ladies and gentlemen, the two stooges of entertainment, Crazy and Skippy.
Does Mrs. Sheppard ever talk about
And for
I'll
the
still
third
take
one,
Cage over
Toriami.
Skip Woods any day.
Sometimes she'll remember the oddest things, though.
Cagey, Skippy, Krugy. What do they make? Three talentless hacks.
Exactly.
I swear, Dibs, we have
High
to...
five, Lips.
Visitors?
Yeah.
She's been here for 10 years.
Excellent.
Did she ever mention her sons?
Sons?
Again, Madison is
Well,
still
she
helping
also
Ethan
mentioned
out.
Even though
Yeah.
Ethan told her to get stuffed.
Does she ever talk about her other
You
son?
know, I have to wonder if maybe this would be more entertaining if she were still in that crazy romance with Ethan.
Sometimes, if you show
No. Nothing really changes when it comes to the romance on this part. Like, the only difference is that you'll see them together at the end, and that's it.
It's such a shame. It's been a running gag for us to at least show off the romantic endings in at least an extras part.
I've heard if you don't take the romance path, Madison kicks the bucket at some point. Is that true?
Yeah. Madison can kick the bucket if you don't play your cards right. Yes.
Whoa.
I mean, all three characters aside from Scott can die. Like for example, if I let all the other three characters die, Scott gets away with it, and we just see him, walking the street.
About to pick his
So-
next victim.
Yep. What is it, Shiro? Is something going on?
No, just reaction to what Jova said.
About which one? What
Getting
thing?
away with it.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, it was me who said that.
Oh, was that you? Okay.
Anyway,
Hello, I bought you some flowers.
yeah.
Now will
she
you
has
please
an
remember?
She has an orchid.
What a lovely orchid. My sons loved orchids.
Hmm.
We used to
Sons.
grow them in the back.
When
When
John
John
died.
I laid
I love how
some
completely devoid of any kind of emotion her face is.
Because
ironic.
being on Alzheimer's apparently takes away your emotion.
Did you make these
No,
orders?
This
That's
is
ironic.
I
This
know,
is-
Pedro, I know that doesn't do that.
Ironic because David
I
Cage
showed my
keeps
boys
banging
how to
on
do
about
it.
emotions, and yet there's barely any emotion in these characters' faces.
That tends to
Yeah.
happen in a lot of his
John
games.
and- What was your other son's
Well,
name again?
again, to give
My other
Beyond
son?
Two Souls credit, they had
I
better
only have one
actors.
son.
It had.
My little
Yeah.
Johnny.
Which would you say
Then
were the
again-
worst
and then again,
actors in it?
Indigo Prophecy had Steve Blum, and that still sucked.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna make ourselves an origami dog.
Origami, yay! I'm not
Oh
particularly
my
fond
god,
of
Madison's the origami killer.
Actually, actually, you know what? That actually would have made more sense with Madison being the origami killer.
My children
'Cause, like,
loved
think about-
origami.
You know,
Okay,
I would
okay.
have liked.
Taught them how to do it.
You know,
Okay,
I would have liked
hold
in
on.
this game.
Hold on, Dwebs, let me say my thing first. It's like, well, if Madison were the origami killer, then they could have had this cool side arc about, like, well, the reason she's helping Ethan is because she falls in love with him, so she knows... Well, it's like, well, she wants to help him, but she knows that he can't... That she can't help him too much, otherwise he'll figure out that she's the origami killer. That would actually make sense of all this.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The Jova just created a much more better written plot twist out of literally out of nowhere.
Actually,
Actually,
come to think of it, you know what would have been even cooler is if... Okay, actually, Dwebs, yeah, go on, Dwebs.
I would have loved if, depending on your actions in the game, any one of the playable characters could have been the origami killer.
I was actually just about to say that. I was actually just about to say that too, Dwebs, but yeah. But actually, yeah, that actually would have been a neat idea. Change who can be the origami killer based on your choices. I mean, wouldn't that actually add more suspense to it?
Yes, it would, but David Cage. Yeah.
How does he miss out on all these ideas? It's like
It's David Cage.
But the idea is staring him right in the face there. It's so obvious.
His name.
But Jova, emotions.
What?
Tell me his name!
Wow, you know, it's kind of sad now that I'm sitting here envisioning a better game.
This plot, this particular scene right now is really stupid in hindsight, but since we already know the plot twist, it will be stupid right now. So yeah, she just heard the name of the origami killer.
So what you're telling me...
And she acts all stunned and shit. Okay, for those who haven't figured out the plot twist yet, yes, people will go, ooh, this maybe, you know, it was clearly made for the sake of suspense and shit. Here's the problem. She doesn't know who Scott Shelby is. She never met him. So why is she all surprised?
So what you're telling me, Pedro, is like, well, by me calling who the origami killer is, I've sort of opened the door to us being able to point out the problems right here, right then?
Yes, basically, that you can tell that David Cage made her, you know, like that, made this scene and like that for the sake of making the player, you know, making the player wonder even more, for the sake of suspense. But it doesn't work when people because, you know, when people start looking back and think, and yes, let's rip off 2001. Why not?
You know, I hate to say it, but
why does this remind me of Reloaded?
I don't really see how.
You know, I hate to say it, but Ethan is turning into my least favorite character in this game.
Actually, now that I think about it, this is more like a rip-off of Metal Gear Solid 4, now that I think about it. But, yeah, what is it, Jova? Who's your favorite character?
Ethan's turning into my least favorite character in this game. He just seems awfully pretentious. Not to mention but he seems... kind of not really that likable. I mean, seriously. So he yells at Madison just because she's a journalist. Okay, yeah, she's a journalist. So what?
It's because he thinks that the only reason she even came close to him is because she wanted to, you know, make a story out of him.
I know that, but he doesn't even really give her a chance to explain. I mean, it's just like, well, hey, by rooting through her stuff, he figures out that she's a reporter.
Actually, Jova, he did give her a chance to explain because she did explain. It's just that I particularly chose to.
So basically, he's ordering him to his death.
Yes. You see, Jova, I was the one who chose for him to reject her. Don't forget, Jova, that if you prefer for him to forgive her,
is he about to die right here?
Hold on. No. He said that the poison will only act upon 1 hour after ingestion. But don't forget, Jova, it's the player who decides whether he forgives her or not.
Okay, fair enough. But even still, though, aside from that, though, Ethan's been coming off as rather pretentious. Maybe it's also his accent or something, but I don't know. Something about him just annoys me of how whiny he is.
I love how, as Jova's talking about how pretentious he is, we just saw a really pretentious shot of him in the mirrors.
Wow, well timed. But yeah, he's pretentious. He doesn't seem to really care about the well-being of anyone but his son, and he never seems to think out any options going through, no matter what choice you go through.
Wait, Jova, wait. Guy doesn't care about the well-being of anyone except, what'd you say?
His child.
His son, yeah.
Where have I heard that before?
Not quite sure.
All right,
Where have you
so
heard it
basically,
from?
since I kind of
maybe.
Yeah, right. Well, rest of us did it at least better up until the end.
Maybe David is trying, being the operative word, to go for a unconditional love kind of thing.
Well, anyway, trying to explain. Basically, since I didn't pass all the tests, I don't have all the letters.
Oh yeah!
Shit, you left us from the
Oh yeah!
address.
Oh yeah, that's right, and that's another thing I don't like.
Everything.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's another thing I don't like about
You see,
Ethan.
Dwebs, it's moments like these. It's moments like these that make me keeps me coming back.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I just remember that's another thing I don't like about Ethan. He seems like he has really bad angerment issues that really annoy me.
All right.
So,
Don't forget about his unexplainable black house that never got explained.
Tell me about it. It's like, seriously, I'd rather focus on almost any other character but Ethan.
The interesting thing is that there was originally in the story a reason for his blackouts, but it got deleted for specific reasons. But we're going to see that when we get to the extras part.
did Sony order them deleted, or did David Cage
No. David Cage decided to do it himself. Again, Sony gives David Cage full freedom, like they did with all their development partners. This is all David Cage's fault. Trust me.
So just as like if the Order 1886 has that apparent shitty ending, it's Santa Monica's fault.
Yes, without a doubt, everything is Santa Monica's fault in that regard, trust me.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Have you played that game, Jova?
Santa Monica, up until now, Santa Monica's been making some really great games for Sony. I'm pretty sure it was.
Yes, I have.
I don't really see why Sony would suddenly feel the need to control them.
He looks so ridiculous.
Poor Jaden.
Yeah.
You know what my headcanon, he knows that, oh yeah, he just pointed out the problem. He hasn't gotten anywhere. Every lead they've got has been down a false one.
You see, Joe, but this is... Oh, wait.
Ready to go?
Eh?
Drax again.
What are you talking about?
The investigation's over. We know who did it.
Yeah.
We no longer
What?
need your services anymore, Norman. So
Basically, Blake is gonna arrest Ethan because he's absolutely sure that he's the origami killer.
But what
Even
evidence
though
do
he has
they
zero
have?
evidence to support
They-
it, but whatever.
There you go.
Come on, even the Ace Attorney world knows that you at least need evidence before you incriminate someone.
That's right. Apparently, yeah, because policemen can just arrest someone because they want to without any evidence, right?
This is insane! I'm sorry!
Maybe it's like the whole shoot first, ask questions later thing.
Again, as David Cage even
Thank you,
Thank
Jaden!
you.
Thank you!
Thank you.
Oh my god! He actually did it! Somebody
You
actually
are
called
now
it...
my favorite character in this whole entire thing.
Agreed, yes, somebody actually called it Ace Attorney... I mean, no. Somebody actually called it David Cage character out on every single thing wrong with them. In
You are
story.
awesome.
Thank you. Okay, Pedro, you know what keeps me...
What's going on now?
Well, you know what? I think I realized
he's
what...
tripping balls, Dwibs.
You know what? I think I realized what keeps me coming back to this game. Jaden.
I suppose he needs drugs when he's working with that asshole.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah.
Wait, if that really were Drax in Moonraker, he'd probably kill him with his dogs.
You know what's weird is...
Basically, Jova, this is our last chance. We have to use all the
Let
evidence
me
we've
guess,
gathered up until...
he's gonna have an epiphany or something.
No. I'm gonna solve this Ace Attorney style.
Great.
Oh.
Can you put in Ace Attorney music?
Jova, you take care of it.
Okay, I guess I will. I wonder if
Because there's going to be
Anyway.
some not bland, generic music to listen to.
Well, we
so you're
haven't
not
done
a
a
fan of
cross...
score too, right, Dwibs?
I mean, the score's not bad or anything. It's
Dun, dun,
well
dun.
composed. It's just not really all that interesting.
You know,
Thank you.
I need to
I
bring
agree.
up an article so I'll eventually actually be able to do a cross-examination of David Cage concerning this game. I mean, usually we have at least one of those for each David Cage game at some point.
All
Might
right,
as well
so
do it for our final David Cage game.
While this is going on,
Yeah.
one thing I'll say about Jaden, Jova, yes, it's true. I agree with all you've said about him. He's definitely the most legit character probably David Cage has ever made. But my problem is that...
I know.
he doesn't-
I know what you're going to say, Pedro. He's not really used that much in the overall main storyline.
Yeah, that's my problem. Yeah, he is definitely one of the brighter spots of the game, but it doesn't really matter much in the grand scheme of things.
Well,
That's
my
the
thing for
problem.
that is like, well, I don't really see it as a main storyline at this point. I mean, seriously, I just consider it his own part of the story, because, like, well, yeah, he hasn't really been getting anywhere, but he's still technically been part of the search for the origami killer. I mean, come on, Pedro. It's not like anyone else has really been getting that much progress either.
The gun is still
True. Now, what I mean is that, like, even as a character, like, for example, I mean, yeah, he does have those moments that I like, but also his whole, when it comes to actual character depth, he doesn't really have it much. Okay, so he's a dryad. Okay. What else? Okay.
He actually has more character depth than Ethan, though, for me, and Madison as well.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. But that
doesn't get us.
Wait, you
he's
see
still
the face?
nothing special.
Hey, look, I said in the matter of this game in particular.
The killer lives
Sure.
in this zone.
I mean, come on, Pedro. I mean, you gotta admit, I mean, like, well, compared to the rest of the cast, he is like an ocean of depth, character depth, compared to a lot of the other cast. I mean, seriously, we know more about him. We know why he has his freakouts and everything. We know a lot of his motivations. What do we know about Ethan, aside from the fact that he really loves his son for some reason, and that he has blackouts for an unexplained reason? And then there's Madison, whose motivations for constantly helping Ethan were never, ever
Cyclops,
explained.
you found the killer.
Pretty much. All right, so basically we figured out that gun Scott had, we traced its origin, and it's a cop gun. So there's the possibility that the killer is a cop.
He's doing all this in the span of minutes.
There's
Amazing.
only one cop living in the jail profiling zone that the killer lives in. So there we go.
Gotcha!
It's solved the crime.
Well, that didn't take long, did it?
Hey, Mr. Wright, don't stop, don't steal.
Well,
Not now, Apollo. We have a case to solve, and wait, what are we doing here in Heavy Rain? Okay, now all of a sudden Phoenix and Apollo are in a heavy rain all of a sudden.
I know you're gonna ask. No, Blake doesn't get his upcomings, unfortunately.
Yeah, seriously, Jova, stop stealing Apollo's lines. Gotcha!
Fine. Take that!
Are you sure it's the right car?
Did I say that too?
At the docks.
Oh, come now, Apollo. You know I said it way before you did.
But I say it cooler.
Oh, take that until it's back to Dual Destinies, mister. Or I won't let you star in the next game.
Fine.
Oh, also I forgot about this. Yeah, romance and shit.
Eh? Why is she going?
It wouldn't be a David Cage game without forced romance. Basically, he's asking her to go away because it's gonna get dangerous or some bullshit like that.
What? Is it like it hasn't been dangerous before?
Now go stay with your mother for a few days. I'll come and get you when this is all over.
What?
No, you won't. You'll be in prison by the time this is over.
Actually, he'll die by the end of this game.
The
Oh.
origami killer.
Listen, when
It's
I'm done,
me,
I'll tell you
Austin.
everything.
I mean, what's your name again?
There are two possible outcomes for Scott. He either gets away with it unpunished, or he dies.
Well, screw that other ending.
So yeah, it wouldn't be David Cage without forced romances for some reason.
Which I called, of course. This music, it seems so... jump
Bland?
out at you. Okay,
Oh,
yes.
and here it is.
You know what,
the
I see a
revelation
vis-
of who the origami killer is.
Okay. Oh, so that's how he drowned. Okay, that actually makes sense. Though I have to say this, though. Okay, so apparently Scott's brother drowned. So apparently his logic for his brother drowning is to take revenge on people for something nature did.
Basically, he's making all these trials to try to find a father that is actually willing to do everything to save his son.
Why?
He wants
Oh
to
boy,
find
let
a
me
father
guess.
that
His
he never
father.
had.
Let me guess. His father didn't help him,
Yeah.
did he?
Yeah, and as we're gonna see in a few minutes, in a few seconds actually.
So Scott just wants a father.
Scott has never had children. I don't know what you're talking about.
No,
So he just wants to prove that there are good fathers who are...
There we go, Jova.
Pedro. What I say is like, well, Scott wants a father.
He wants to find a father for the sake of closure and shit. He wants to find a father that is actually willing to do what his father couldn't for the sake of closure, I guess.
That sounds like the potential. That sounds like the potential for a good twist, but something horribly executed. And we never see his father's face, I guess.
Please, Dad.
Yep.
You've got to save John.
Oh my god, kid. Just please.
I tried, John. I really tried. But he wouldn't come.
Wow, he was hanging on that entire time. Hey, why don't you call the police? Kid, you could contact the police.
At
Don't
least
forget
try
about...
to pull him up.
Well, by the time they get here, he'll die.
But he could have at least
Pull him
tried
up.
taking his hand. Come on, kid,
did.
grab his hand.
He's got
So
a way
yeah,
to
I
sing
guess-
out to you. Pull him up.
So yeah, Joe, I guess the explanation is his last words. Don't forget about me, Scotty.
And again, the way those water currents are moving, it should be pushing him out of that hole. Seriously.
God damn you, David. Why are you stealing off Star Trek?
Seriously, look at the water currents. They should be pushing him out.
Yep.
Come on. Seriously?
Seriously.
We're just supposed to believe that the
David
water...
Cage's career can be summed up in that one word. Seriously?
Debs.
Seriously, David
again-
Cage.
Again, like please feel sorry for Scott, I guess.
Oh, so now we know.
I don't. I know he's the killer.
So yeah, this is supposed to be the big revelation moment.
That's
Turns out,
Odyssey.
turns out, Joe, but the justification for him being a private eye and all that shit is for the sake of burning, collecting all the evidence out there and burning it.
But that's stupid. Why doesn't he just, not garner attention like that?
Because he's stupid, Joe. See? There you go. Burning evidence. That's the whole point. He wanted the Lawrence letter.
He made this much more complicated than he needed to.
Yeah. See, that's the big problem, is that making the killer, the guy who you least expect...
He's burning the phone?
It's a typical tradition in murder mysteries.
Why did he burn the phone?
Because it was the phone that was sent to the husband of that woman.
Why didn't wait? Then why didn't he just show that scene before that? Oh, whatever. Okay, yeah, you're right though. But even still though, I'm not quite sure a phone can just easily be burnt.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, and this is of course he went to Paco so specifically so he could get this, so he can also eliminate it. Basically, that's the whole thing. Like I was trying to say, making the killer the person who we least expected, that's a typical tradition in murder mysteries. The problem is that it's two problems actually. There was no foreshadowing of any sort to this. There was never any possible indication that Scott may have some kind of hidden thing going on. No, this twist comes the fuck out of nowhere.
Okay, yeah,
And look,
seriously.
see what I told you? Back
Even
when
though
were
we
doing
saw
this
him
chapter?
standing there that entire time during that chapter.
I know, right? This is so fucking contrived. Anyway, like I was saying, okay. Not only does the plot just come out of nowhere, it also becomes... Confused Matthew brought up a good issue when he reviewed this game. It becomes a problem making
Matthew, which Matthew?
having Confused Matthew. He's a reviewer. Basically, he's an internet reviewer. But the point is, yeah, he said that, and I agree. It becomes a problem when you have this becomes a problem when you have control over your character's actions. Because, and I'm quoting Confused Matthew right now. When I played this game, I made Shelby act the way I think he would act, because he looked like a nice guy to me. But then this twist completely betrays the whole choices experience I had. So, and it does make a really good point with that, actually.
Again, like Dwib said, this would have been so much better if, the choices you made actually, affected who the origami killer turns out to be.
Exactly.
I mean, because when you think about it, at this rate, it would actually make more sense if Ethan were the origami killer. Seriously, the blackouts, the way he acts, his overly angry attitude.
Trust me, Joe. But when you do find on the extras part what was the reason behind the blackouts, you'll be stunned. It's David Cage. It's David Cage being his usual paranormal obsessed freak.
Well, we'll find out more in the next part.
Not in the next part. Well, yeah, okay, whatever. See ya.